All right. Good morning, everybody. We have got a content-rich agenda planned for you today, so we are going to jump right into it. But first, let me start by thanking each and every one of you for your partnership and your contribution. Partner profitability is the cornerstone of our program, and back in January, we implemented the 10% new logo deal registration booster. And apparently you all like boosters because we do measure the partner source pipeline created and pipeline converted. And I can report that since implementing that booster, we have doubled both metrics in terms of partner sourced created and partner sourced closed. So thank you for helping us achieve that incredible milestone. In addition, we asked you to focus on areas of the portfolio with the largest addressable market. Our enablement efforts have been in support of this. And as a result, we hit a record high number of partners transacting MDR, as well firewalls, switches, and APs. So we have more partners that are building core MDR practices on the Sophos platform, leveraging that to create very profitable managed services annuities, as well as tapping into that secure integrated edge story with the firewalls, switches, and APs. And I can tell you that that secure integrated infrastructure business is a literal vertical growth and very high profit center. So again, just thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your contribution, and cheers to our continued mutual success. All right, on to the agenda. So we'll kick off with Brent Knoll, who will walk you through the new Sophos partner program. We'll hand it over to Barry, who's going to talk about some of the partner portal enhancements, as well as the new quoting tool. And then we will close out with Tara with some really exciting new marketing updates, campaigns, and incentives that she's going to walk you through. Please know that all of the changes that we've made to this program are with the mindset of removing friction, complexity, and making it easier to transact business with Sophos, as well as increasing partner profitability. So with that in mind, please, any questions, comments related to the program changes, save those to the end, put them into the queue, and we will answer those live at the end of the presentation. And with that, Brent Knoll.
Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Just want to make sure, do a quick mic check. Make sure I am audible. Aaron, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Yes, we can. Perfect. Excellent. Just wanted to do a quick check technology-wise. I was having some issues with my mic earlier. So, hey, good morning, everyone. I appreciate you taking the time. Listen, if you've heard Chris Bell talk about his vision for our channel go-to-market and for Sophos, go ahead to the next slide. You've seen these core tenets here, right? And about how our core desire is to make sure we're putting that partner experience first, and that we've got a profitable partnership journey here for all of our partners, regardless of where they're at from a maturity or their unique go-to-market perspective. And as we continue to integrate this Taegis platform, we're really excited to introduce today everyone to this updated Sophos partner program. And I'm going to do my best not to read slides at you, but everything that we're talking about is going to operate across one of these four themes. So obviously the combo of Taegis and Sophos, all of our partners here today have access to just a broader portfolio of security solutions. We're really hopeful that this unification is going to allow us all to meet broader customer needs, expand our addressable market, and hopefully all of our partners here today will benefit from the streamlined and consolidated benefit structure we'll introduce you to. But everything that we do, we want to make sure we future-proof it, right? So everything we build, we're going to do with the future in mind. So we're going to be introducing some new partnership levels. We'll talk about that here in just a moment, along with some updated flexible learning journeys. So the goal is that these are all designed to help ensure our partners can grow their capabilities and their status, but in a way that aligns with their unique objectives and business goals. So you're going to see we're going to continue to make targeted investments in partner and customer support, ensuring that our platform technically accredited partners continue to have access to enhanced partner support. This customer success team that we've been building out is laser focused on making sure that both our customers and our partners are set up for long-term success, both from successful onboarding of new customers, but also throughout the renewal cycle as well, making sure that our incumbent partners maintain that profitability all the way throughout that customer life cycle. And you, like as mentioned earlier, being the easiest vendor or really focusing on that partner experience is our top priority. And we know that ease of doing business really matters. So that's why we're investing really heavily in our quoting infrastructure. Barry Weller is going to walk through some more detail here in a little bit on some significant improvements we've made to the quoting experience in the partner portal. And also we've made some changes internally, and we're really going to start turbocharging our partner care organization. You'll hear more about this in the coming months, but we're working on turning on a chat feature in the portal so our partners can get real-time access and answers as opposed to having to open a support case or call an 800 number. And probably one of the coolest things, and we'll show you a little sneak preview later, is our teams have been working on introducing this new guided AI sales assistant into the partner portal as well. We'll give you a little bit of a preview here in a little bit. But ultimately, this rollout strategy is designed to support a smooth transition. Like most things, like most partner programs, these things should be an evolution, not a revolution. So we started by launching this updated quoting experience. And like I said, we've gotten some great feedback. Barry's going to show you what these improvements around speed, navigation, and quoting workflows look like here in just a moment. The updated quoting guide is available for download after today's call, and we'll be doing a lot of targeted outreach in the coming weeks to make sure that folks are adopting the new features, but to make sure we're always listening for feedback on how we can continue to improve this tool. And honestly, this is really just the beginning. We already have some new pilots in the works to continue that evolution from a quoting perspective. And then on top of quoting enhancements, you're going to see the partner portal continue to evolve throughout the second half of the fiscal year as well, introducing some new content management systems, some new learning journeys that are going to really focus on the unique partner experience of each individual role. So we sent out the formal announcement via email about the updated partner program. We're here today to dive a little bit deeper. On July 30th is really the date when it officially launches. You'll see notes in the partner newsletter, links to the guides. You'll see a lot of coordinated PR and social media activity as well. And this is also when you'll hear more about some updated partner sales certifications, as well as the launch of our digital badges, both of which are scheduled to either launch on the 30th or in that first week of August. And then as we look ahead, you're going to see us introduce even new incentives, like a new growth incentive for our MSP Elevate partners. This is actually going to launch closer to the 30th as well, in that first week of August, most likely. We're just finalizing some details, crossing some T's, dotting some I's with our friends in finance. But this will just be another great reason for partners who are participating with MSP Flex to sign up for Elevate. You could sign up today, make that initial 2K commit, and then unlock some great benefits, some discounted bundles. But then once we launch this incentive, if you grow that monthly reoccurring revenue with us, we can help our MSPs accelerate their bottom line even further as well. So more details coming on that growth incentive. MSP folks will reach out to you soon with details. As we continue our progress towards unifying Taegis deal registration and quoting with Sophos, we'll be launching a lot of new benefits like teaming plans aimed at providing price-protected discount advantages in that mid-market enterprise space for Sophos and joint-initiated opportunities. You'll also hear a lot more about a formalized referral program for partners who are helping us drive demand, but aren't ultimately the ones transacting or operating a managed service. Again, all of these things are laser focused on helping our partners drive their bottom line and increase that profitability. So a major milestone, obviously, of the updated partner program is the unification of our portfolio, allowing our Sophos resellers the authorization to sell both Sophos and Taegis. But Full integration of quoting and order management systems will not be completed, most likely until the end of our FY26 Q3. So in the meantime, we are going to continue to operate with these separate deal registration forms for Sophos and for Tejas. The Tejas deal reg form will remain ungated for our legacy SecureWorks partners, but it's also now visible in the Sophos partner portal from that navigation drop-down menu, as well as on the SecureWorks page or the Tejas products page as well. So regardless of which form the partner uses to submit the deal reg, though, it will all land with the Sophos deal reg team, who will ensure that we're validating these registrations to limit channel conflict wherever we can. Last thing we want to do is have a partner thinking they've got price protection because they submitted a Tejas deal reg, another partner submitted it for Sophos MDR. And again, when quoting and order management gets unified, we will unify that deal registration submission process as well. But if approved, Sophos opportunities will become visible in the partner portal. Tejas opportunities will become visible as well. But again, Tejas products will not be following the same quoting and order management system. So don't expect these Tejas products to be available in the partner CPQ. And in fact, until that quoting and order management gets unified, it will not follow the same or partner tier discount guidance that the rest of the Sophos core products follow. And further, to help limit channel conflict wherever we can, we're instructing partners who are new to selling Tejas products but are legacy Sophos partners that in order to get that price protected discount advantage in that first sale, we are requiring that you get that deal registration submitted and approved on the front end. And then again, we'll work with our distribution partners to make sure we get you that price protected discount advantage. Now, probably one of the most exciting things, or things I'm most excited about the program, is how we're going to evolve how partners earn their status in the program. So we are going to be moving away from static-based certification targets for each partner tier and adopting a certification point system. And this is really designed to allow partners to choose the most relevant learning journeys that apply to their organization. And on top of that, we're going to be introducing this new digital badging benefit for partner reps who complete qualifying learning journeys. This is a very cool way for partner reps to share their achievement on social media with a single click. And again, these digital badges are scheduled to go live in that first week of August. But if somebody came to me and said, well, why points? Why are you moving to this model? I would highlight that we always want to recognize and reward our most technically invested partners in the program. And that points-based system allows us to sort of gamify achievement and introduce new benefits like priority real estate on our partner locator, incentives, promotions, champions programs. These things are an evolution. So these things won't necessarily go into effect right away. And that's true with the point system as well. This won't be visualized in the partner portal until the October timeframe. So until then, the existing certification requirements will apply. So again, the points-based system will not go live until October, and that's when we'll have those visualized in the partner portal. And with the points-based system, just like today, so a partner who continues to establish their install base, whether that's through traditional resell or managed services, so does their status in the program, right? So silver partners are really simply required to be active, right? I want to see some points on the board and have a minimum amount of Sophos billings. But as a partner continues their learning journey and starts demonstrating success or continues demonstrating success positioning Sophos, they begin to unlock that higher status in the program. And again, if somebody came to me and said, why should I be focused on gold status? I would highlight that this is really where partners become eligible for financial benefits, for marketing development funds and sales incentives, not guaranteed at the gold level, but this is where that conversation ultimately begins. Now, historically, platinum status has been the highest tier that a partner can reach in our program. And this is where rebate participation is going to be targeted moving forward. But starting in FY27, we're going to be introducing this new titanium tier for our most invested partners. Now, titanium partners are going to have the most profitable rebates. and eligible for additional strategic investments like dedicated technical account managers at no cost. And listen, our most mature invested partners deserve these additional benefits. These are folks who can really help us move the needle. And at the end of the day, I'm really excited to help introduce a spot in the program where they've got the special recognition and some accelerated earning opportunities. And if we go to the next slide, you'll see just a much prettier version of what we just presented on, and really just a really sneak preview into the updated look and feel of what this program brings to the table. And I'd be remiss before I hand it over to Barry. Oh, actually, I've got two more sections here I want to walk through. Excuse me. MSP Flex. Listen, this is a major differentiator for Sophos. It's a huge benefit to all of our partners. And as I mentioned earlier, we were really excited to introduce Elevate earlier this year. When partners commit to that minimum monthly spend, we give them access to some premium incentives and enhanced discounts. And this program is about to get even better as we introduce this new growth incentive in the August timeframe. So more details to be announced on that growth incentive. Your team will reach out once it's available with more information. And on top of MSP Flex, I think this is not new. I think you've probably seen some of our announcements and blog posts on this, but I'm really excited. We've been working really closely with our folks in enablement and the SE organization to introduce these new MDR guided onboarded trainings. These series are really designed to help your customers get the most out of their Sophos investment in MDR and just make sure everything's deployed correctly and help them keep them secure. So at the end of the day, these were created to help our partners drive their bottom line. So you can offer these for a charge for professional services for MDR onboarding and support. And we're always just really excited to help our partners find a way to monetize these types of services and enable faster and more effective use of advanced threat protection response capabilities. We find that these things really help increase customer satisfaction, loyalty, and those things ultimately help drive retention as well. So these courses and trainings are available now. We've got a promo running as well. Please take advantage of them. You can take advantage of all of that at no cost. Please reach out to your channel team with more information. Like I said, this is available now and a great way to monetize your partnership with Sophos outside of just traditional reseller managed services. Now, probably the most exciting thing, we demoed this or showed a sneak preview at partner conferences, is this guided AI sales assistant. This will be introduced in the August timeframe through our partner portal experience as well. And outside of introducing chat features to get connected to a human in our partner care organization, we want to make sure it's just easy for partners to find what they need from a documentation, from a feature perspective. And I think this is just the beginning of how we'll evolve that portal experience to make it easier on the user to get what they need and be able to go out and ultimately help us drive more awareness and sales with our shared install base as well. So more details to come on this guided AI sales assistant. In fact, we might be reaching out in the coming weeks to see if there's any partners out there who have any interest in helping us pilot this, just to make sure we nail what that user experience looks like. But I tell you, this is one of those things that I'm very, very excited for. So speaking of things I'm very excited for, I'd like to take this opportunity to hand it over to Mr. Barry Weller. You know him, you love him. He's an institution here at Sophos. And I tell you what, a lot of these CPQ enhancements that hopefully you're taking advantage of were really the output of his hard work, along with our sales ops and IT team as well. We've really been focused on listening and making sure we're bringing applicable changes to that partner experience. And I'm really excited to introduce Barry to walk you through what some of those changes are. So Barry, over to you.
Great. Thank you, Brent. And yeah, that sales assistant, it's like having a Sophos sales engineer right over your shoulder where you can ask all the product and positioning, competitive info, and get that right back to you. So I'm really excited about getting that introduced as well. But for what I have today is just looking to highlight what we released back in July 9th. These updated enhancements to our partner portal. We've revised our opportunity grid and devices and licenses and the actual workflow of the quoting tool. This has been redesigned and redeployed inside Salesforce Communities. Salesforce Communities is the same, well, Salesforce is the same tool we use to do our quoting. So now you're getting, as a partner, the same performance that we do at Sophos when we're using Salesforce. So that's really exciting. What we've done specifically is the opportunity manager and the devices and licenses are now one page. So you have better performance. And when you search, you're searching for not only opportunities, but for existing licenses that you've sold to your customers. And then those filters apply to both opportunities and the devices and licenses. So really streamlining your user experience. If you're looking for a customer, you type in the customer name, you can see the opportunities that are listed. Maybe there's a renewal you're trying to get to and it's not one that's already listed. You can just quickly go over to the tab and pull that license and generate the renewal opportunity a lot faster and easier than before. In the opportunity manager itself, we're providing more details where you can see about the quotes you've created without having to drill into the quote line editor itself. If the quotes are in draft status, we're giving you direct access to editing the quote lines in one mouse click, and also providing the contract numbers. So trying to present how we view all of our licenses. They're now grouped by common end dates in the contract number. And on the devices and licenses side, you can see here the first item. If you have a distributor that you may have changed to, you can now provide that distributor a license number and the license end date. And they'll be able to see that license in the devices and licenses grid, even though they're not the distributor on that license or contract. This would allow them or you to work with your distributor if you have changed distributors. Additionally, in devices and licenses, this is where we initiate, or you as partners can initiate, the new amend and extend functionality. So allowing you as a partner, whether a distributor or reseller, to make a change to a contract and extend the end date. If you have a customer asking you halfway through a 3-year contract, I'd like to upgrade to MDR and extend for another 3 years. You're now able to do that in the portal. Additionally, adding the additional 10 times the amount of records being displayed in devices and licenses. If you're selling a lot and you have a lot of records, you can now get those all shown and exported with the improved number of records in the devices and licenses. Then on the quoting, we are streamlining how to create new quotes and the document creation. We'll show that in a minute. And then simplified the quote menus and improved the searching for promo codes. And then here in the bottom right, for you as resellers, the partner compliance, where you see how you're doing to either satisfying the requirements of your current partner level or how close you are to meeting the requirements of the next one. We're providing information to you, which is now real time for the certifications. Since we built this right within Salesforce Communities, that's where we have the results of any certifications you've completed in our learning management system. Within hours, that'll be displayed and updated in your partner compliance dashboard. So as we move along, we'll get into some of the screenshots. So here you can see the search field at the very top. Here's an example of searching for a customer, Hilarious Health. And you can see on the opportunity grid here where it's highlighted in blue, you can see the opportunities for this customer. And on the bottom right-hand side, you can see in this grid itself, if you're on the pricing inquiry tab, you can see the hyperlink to the quote record page. That pencil will send you to the quote line editor. And you can even see the ability to name these quotes where you can give them descriptive names that allows you to know that, okay, this quote is the 12-month that has MDR and encryption versus maybe another option where you didn't add encryption. So you can see that directly within the grid versus having to go into the quote record page itself. Then if we move along, we'll look at how that same search of that customer gives you those results of licenses and devices that you sold if you're the incumbent in the devices and licenses. So right within the same screen, you don't have to go to another menu, wait for it to load. I recognize how frustrating it was because I used it frequently to do testing and knew how long it took to load this devices and licenses page, especially if you had a lot. Now it loads so much faster and will really make your time more efficient in the partner portal. So on the next slide here, you can see this is some additional details as we build out some of the filters. So we're looking at all of the new opportunities. And on the right-hand side, you can see that green button, the Create Pricing Inquiry. Once we move on, if you click that button, you're presented with a new window that is familiar but expanded. So we always ask you, when are the licenses going to start? What is the term for the licenses you're going to create? But now we provide you the ability to pick the products that you want to quote. So it's going to give you a filtered view of the product selection window. So you're not overwhelmed with the over 14,000 products we have available. But right now, since you're creating a new quote from scratch, it's not a renewal or an amend and extend or anything. Since it's a new quote, once you hit the save button, it'll move you on to a next screen, and it will give you access directly to the product selection area. The product selection area will then allow you to pick the products that have been filtered, present you back here to the quote line editor, and you can see the two blue buttons. You change the color of those. When you click the add promo button, it sends you to a new window on the next screen, which gives you the ability to quickly search for those promos, which has been improved. That other button, which was the approve and generate, will send you to this window, allowing you to take some action of either going back to edit the quote, cloning it, reviewing the quote, or generating those quote documents. So you create those quote documents, and that automatically, within a few mouse clicks, gets you to where you want to go with regards to having a streamlined workflow and generating those quote documents. In this area, you can see this is the devices and licenses. And on the far right-hand side, the card that shows up, you have that renew and amend option available. The amend and extend is when you click that button and you move on to the next window. This gives you the new user interface, which is very familiar. But just the next area you see on the right-hand column, that second row, it's asking if you are changing distributor or extending the contract. This is going to create a new contract, providing an allowance for those unused terms that are left, and allowing you as a partner to generate that amend and extend. So that's really giving you the capabilities that you had before we revised our systems back in October of 2023, really getting you back to those capabilities that you were used to and able to do yourself in the partner portal. Then moving on to the next section, we just want to highlight the partner dashboard and the partner compliance. So this is the screen that you would have seen prior to July 9th if you're a reseller. Shows the partner compliance, the kind of table and requirements for each partner level, and what certifications you hold and how close you are to meeting the billings requirements. We've kept it familiar and moving on to the next slide to show you the updated version. Same grid, same requirements, same look and feel for what you've accomplished, but we're also providing you direct in-context access to who holds those certifications. In the past, you had to go into the learning management system, export a transcript, and then hunt and peck through each of the completed courses to see if those are the ones that count for partner compliance. Now you can see which individuals hold the certifications, when they expire, and then reach out to those individuals and make sure they complete their update training if they need to make sure their expiration dates are extended. So that's something we're really excited about. So those certifications, once you complete them in the learning management system, within hours, they'll show up here in the compliance dashboard. So now I think I'll hand it over to Tara, who will take over and cover the rest of today's session.
Great. Thanks, Barry. Some great new visibility for all of our partners in the partner portal to help better manage their business. That's great. I've a few slides to go over, and then we can do some Q&A. I wanted to highlight one of the new campaigns that's available to all of you in the partner portal, which is our Neutralize Cyber Threats 24/7. This campaign particularly has been resonating very strongly with our third-party digital, where we've been using it, as well as direct inquiries to Sophos.com. I would encourage all of you to take a peek at this specific campaign within the partner portal. We have made it easier than ever with a quick start campaign guide and a 60-day, an example of what a 60-day lead gen plan might look like for you. All of the assets that you would need are right there available for you to leverage. As Barry and Brent both indicated, we are looking for ways to optimize what we have available to you, as well as, make ourselves the vendor of choice in terms of ease of doing business with. So this is a great campaign that would help, not only educate your customers, but really intriguing for your prospects. Okay. Additionally, we have a few other new sales campaigns that are specifically to drive the sales motion for you all. We have one specifically targeting XGS with with some Fortinet displacement. We also have one specifically around ransomware defense, which points to not only endpoint but MDR, detection and response for your network, and then reduce risk with MDR. These are all very specific in terms of the motion, but there are assets for each of these motions in the partner portal. So again, really encouraging you to take the time to go into the partner portal, familiarize yourself with these assets, and take advantage of generating demand with these. Can talk briefly about spiffs, the current quarter spiff. Who doesn't love a spiff? We have reformatted the spiff slightly for this quarter. Again, the spiff flyer, along with all the T's and C's, are available on the partner portal. I encourage you to use that as your one source of truth. This quarter's spiff is specifically designed for around new logo to you and to us, and any MDR expansion. As always, spiffs are open to all of our partners who have achieved gold, platinum, and now our new titanium level status. So if ever there's an incentive to push to get to your certifications and your billings requirements, participation in our spiff is definitely one of them. We have increased, the average deal size has been increasing, which is great for you and great for us. So we are now adding an incentive for with larger payouts for larger deals. So we actually this quarter are offering up to $12,000 per rep for some of these larger deals. Additionally, we've added a matching payout for SEs at the higher tiered payouts, tier 4, 5, and 6. Again, those SEs who are contributing to those really large, complex deals are equally incented as the sales reps. So we want to recognize the great contributions that SEs are making in those larger deals. So again, Partner Portal will give you all the information you need. Let's talk about competitive takeout promo. This specifically is designed. In the past, we've had promotions to support our XG and then XGS business, and this one is in the wild now and available to you. The discount on both the hardware and the 3-year term of extreme protection is significant, as well as some additional margins. So it's never been more profitable for you to do those competitive displacements with our XGS line. Take advantage of that. And then finally, we have, Aaron spoke about it at the beginning of our call. We're seeing partners taking advantage of this new logo deal registration booster. Who doesn't love an additional 10% discount? This has been wildly successful. We've gotten great feedback from this. So take advantage, of the deal registration booster. We've been seeing an increase in really quality partner-driven pipeline with deal registration. So the T's and C's for this, again, are available on the partner portal, but take advantage of this. It's a great promotion. I don't have any more slides, but now we can do a little Q&A. If anyone has a question they would like addressed by our panel, you can pop it in the Q&A right now. If not, I'll take a couple that are in here, and we can get started. I have one in here, Brent, this one's for you. This partner asks, will points be granted for trainings completed between now and October?
Oh, great question. So yes, point system will apply to, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. And I realized I'm not on camera either. Sorry, guys. I was hiding out backstage. Points are awarded for all active certifications. So regardless of when you take them, as long as they're active, they will count towards your status. And if you noticed, when you start looking at the points, the values for each one, if you've got your current requirements met under the current certification targets, the points is very much equivalent to it. So if you're compliant today, you should be compliant in the new system. But great question. All active certifications will count.
Great. Okay. And I think this is probably a question for Barry, maybe. There was one question about the AI sales companion. That sounds great. How can I get involved in an early adopter or a beta tester?
I would say reach out to your channel account manager and kind of raise your hand. They'll get in touch with us. And once we have this tool available in our staging environment, we know how to get partners access to kind of kick the tires for us. So appreciate you asking. Now, great, we can't take everybody, so we'll just have a few folks kind of first come, first serve. But please feel free to reach out to your channel account manager. Or if you don't have one, reach out to the partner care team, and we'll try and get some folks lined up.
Okay, great. That's it. Active questions right now. We will be sharing the deck, the on-demand recording after the event, so you can download that from the partner portal. And if there are any other questions, to answer those after the event. Great.
Excellent.
Aaron, any closing thoughts?
No, just appreciate everybody taking time out of the day to join us. Hopefully this content hits the mark. If there's any additional questions, fire those over via email. We'll be happy to field those for you. But once again, thank you for the partnership and your time today.